Jamieson looks pissed.
I'm thinking. You guys are hilarious.
Or is
that is a Jamieson.
That is a Jamieson. Steven. It's really sad that we're all this immature that we have to see ourselves on the screen.
I'm looking for.
It's weird that when you look at the screen, it looks like we're like looking like. What's that up there? Mr. Jamieson, should I look at that board or the camera? Camera.
Can I just stare right at the thing?
I'm just gonna start right at the camera. Everyone lean in and stare at the camera.
You should look into that camera. That's right.
Okay, that's creepy. That is really creepy. Let's have mercy on him. God, she looks pissed.
What do you got, man? They're almost ready to guess your class of high school about talking to your husband. Who did you meet before?
This is Jamieson. Is Bruce gonna like us?
Wait, when you said that you told him about me, was it the good or the bad?
Wait, we have one person doing this.
Have you done this before?
Yes. Oh, just no. I mean.
Okay, got it. Yes, yeah.
Big maturity. We have one viewer so far. Oh, never mind. You got my hopes up, Dave. I thought it was YouTube famous.
It's like some random guy just.
She looks confused.
No, she looks pissed. There you go. He's like on the surface. Wait, when we ask it,
Good.
Jameson, look up.
I know, it's awesome.
Did it freeze or did you do it on purpose?
I froze it.
I look like I'm a dumb mentor speaking this.
That's just like, I'm just sitting there. Yeah, we did. We started like, what time was that? 11:45 or something like that? 10:45. We didn't get home till like 2 in the morning. We sat in the front row all the way on the left. It sucked. Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst seat. The worst seating.
Okay.
But it was really good. It was really, really good.
What was the time? Are they still trying to connect all the Marvel?
Can I ask him a question?
I mean, a lot of like Marvel heroes.
I don't know yet. I haven't looked.
Still never seen it.
I haven't either, but you don't really have to. I heard Ant-Man kind of sucked.
No, I heard Ant-Man's pretty good.
My sister said it.
Wait, what was that? Who? Because every like major Marvel movie usually has something at the end credits. Who was?
Oh yeah, we missed two
it.
things. There were 2 things we missed. One was about Spider-Man. One was like he got all bruised up, bruised, and I was like, oh, crap, I got in a fight, and then like there was like this thing. My sister tried to explain it, but I don't remember. And then she. Wait, that was another thing. There was 2 things that was credits. Right when the movie ended, and he just got up and walked out there on the beat traffic. The first one I saw was when
No.
Oh, we already knew he was gonna get it. So it's like
Everybody, please be quiet. All right.
Hello.
I'm going to turn you down a little bit. You're a little loud.
Oh, that's totally fine.
Did you do an R2-D2 sound?
I did not.
Okay. The students thought you did. Okay.
That's so fun.
So I was wondering, do you see on the left-hand side, if you wiggle your mouse, there's the control room?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. How about underneath it where you can add an app?
Yeah.
Can you add the toolbox? I'm gonna see if we can do the lower third. Apparently you have to do your own lower third.
Hangout Toolbox, is that what it's called?
Please, yes.
Sounds fun.
They're excited. Can you see? They're excited.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Howdy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, do you have the toolbox?
Yes.
So click on it. And then click on the circle with a human profile in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you want to like put in your name, digital photo touch-up artist, and then click on. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yes, that's Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Oh, she responded to me.
No, coworker.
Did you do the lower third thing?
Did you put it on?
I think. Let me see.
Okay.
Hold on.
So intrigued after every time he speaks.
Or Maggie, you can just stand right here and I'll have you go.
I think I won't be too tall. I think I'm gonna take
Wait, he's gonna see if he can like pick up the mic.
It'll.
Jeez.
If it didn't work, that's fine. That's what it told me to do, and I don't see it working, so I'm not worried. Are you okay with beginning, Bruce?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Are you ready for the first question?
Sure.
Okay, go on.
Okay. What big name companies have you advertised for?
Well, we're not an advertising agency. We're a content provider. So we work with our clients directly that need photos. Like, well, some of our big clients are like Moen, which is out in North Homestead, and or like KitchenAid or Kitchler or Sherwin-Williams or Nike Golf. We make images for all those people, as well as through advertising agencies as well. So they'll come to us with an idea for an ad that they want to do, and then we put it together. Or like they'll work in conjunction with one of their clients to get whatever images that they need to put together marketing material or things for trade shows and things.
Thank you. Here comes the next question.
What qualifications did you need for your job?
Really, the only thing that I really needed to have was I needed to show that I could actually do the work. So it didn't really matter what degree I got. No one cared about any report cards or anything. It was primarily of what I could do. So I had my portfolio together, and I came in here, and then I showed my portfolio off, and I was like, "Hey, maybe you should work here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." And that time I started to work. So yeah, I mean, you mean it. I don't need any kind of like awards or anything in order to be qualified to work here. But I don't know. I guess some of the other kinds of qualifications should be.
David just waved.
I see.
Okay, you say go.
How do you get to and from work?
I'm sorry. Question?
How do you get to and from work?
Oh, about 2/3, 3/4 of the year I ride my bike here. Otherwise, I just ride my car. It's 7 miles away.
Matt.
Yeah, I love riding my bike.
Yeah.
It's very eco-friendly.
Oh, sure.
How many hours do you typically work in a week?
Generally, it's a 40-hour job, a 40-hour-a-week job. But deadlines might pop up where it's like, well, you got to get a whole lot of work done, and there's only one way to do it. You're gonna have to be staying late. You're gonna have to come in early. You're gonna have to work the weekend. We do whatever we need to do to get the job done in time.
Gotcha.
Steven?
What are the benefits or perks to your job?
The first week that I worked here, I was just freelancing at first, and there was a food shoot going on. So, like Stouffer's, Nestle's, operates locally, and so we get to shoot a lot of their food photography and things. And so we were doing a food shoot, and it was a bacon shoot, and so. The entire studio smelled like bacon the entire day, and there was a giant. At the end of the day, there's this giant like a tub of bacon. Like you could dive right into it if you wanted to. They cook bacon to break up like a prison hunger strikes and things. Like I'm sitting there smelling bacon all day. If you like bacon, it's awesome. But if you don't like bacon, it's not so good. But the food shoots. Just in general, great, because like they get these food stylists that really know what they're doing, and they bring out their plate and they put everything on it just so it's perfect. Yeah, there's nothing on there. This is not a style. So whenever they're in, you're like, oh yeah, it's going to be a great day. And then one of the food stylists really likes us, so she makes a big thing of brownies for us. And it's like. This is so great. So yeah, that's one of the perks. I also get to work with all these cool people in this cool room.
Yeah, tell them about all the coffee you drink and all the pop, water.
Yeah, it's just like coffee all the time, every day. If you like coffee, it's great. Yeah, you can just walk out there. We have a kitchen, and we can, get whatever we need.
Free refrigerators.
Yeah, free refrigerator. It's very important.
Free refrigerators. And Honey Hut in the.
Yeah, Honey Hut. They get good food.
Ah, yes. There's a hardware store near here that sells Honey Hut ice cream. And every so often, you're like, I need some ice cream and make this afternoon go a little bit better. And then you go over and get some Honey Hut, and then everything's all right.
So, Britt,
you just ate like a huge brick of ice cream.
Bruce, you had turned the screen.
What?
You had turned the screen, and you have some artwork on the back. Aren't some of those yours?
These ladies, yeah, I drew those. They're a pastel, about 20 by 30, which I did at Drawn in Quartered, a very prestigious drawing competition here in Cleveland, where 4 drawing groups come together and battle out to see who's the best drawing group in Cleveland.
Yeah, it is. Okay, David. I don't know if he's going to be able to hear you. You might have to go up to the mic.
Get up, David. So, how long does it take to create the photos?
Really depends on what the job is. Like sometimes it's like just a quick, clean color kind of thing. That's like a half an hour worth of work. It gets a little more complex. Then it goes up to an hour or so, and it can. If I'm working on like a big compositing job, then it can take 8 hours or much longer than that. So yeah, every job has its own thing, and that's like on a per image thing. Some jobs I'm working on hundreds of images, and that might take months to get through. So, and it's not like I'm working on that 8 hours a day necessarily. I might put some time into in that first, and then do something else that's a hotter deadline later, that kind of thing.
Okay, who's next? You want to come to the mic, Braxton?
Yeah,
Thank you.
the mic.
Braxton's coming.
Yeah, Braxton.
Braxton, tell me your question.
All right. What was the most difficult photo you worked on?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was the most difficult photo you have worked on?
I don't really have a like the most difficult photo. It's the most difficult clients.
Oh.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Well, I mean, that job has things. Like I was saying, sometimes they're pretty straightforward, and sometimes it's like you start a job and you don't really have a roadmap on how to finish it, and it's up to your own knowledge of tools and creativity to put it together. Yeah, that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes. Karina. Going up, Karina. Do you have the sheet?
Yes, please.
They're coming.
All right. I like making faces at your class.
Yeah. They like it too.
What made you want to be a digital photo touch-up artist?
Well, one day I woke up when I was a little kid, and I was like, I know what I want to do. I want to retouch photos for a living. No, that's not how it went. I liked to draw a lot when I was a kid, and for a long time I wanted to be an architect. And like in 11th or 12th grade, I looked at all of the margins on all my notes in class, and they were just filled with drawings. And I'm like, not really architecture drawings, they're more illustration drawings. I don't think I'm going to go into architecture. So I went to Cleveland Institute of Art, and I got a degree in illustration and a minor in photo. And that was like that's 2000 when I graduated. And around that time, everything was switching from film photography to digital photography. And I was able to learn from both, which is really cool because, you know, working with the digital end of things, sometimes you're, like in Photoshop and things, you are given photographic terminology and tools, but if you've never worked in a Lightroom, then you have no idea why they're called that or what exactly they're doing, things like that. Yeah, so yeah, like I got really good with the photo tools that I was learning in school with the creative end of the illustration, and then you know how things go. You need a job, right? And I had these friends that are bike messengers, and one of them was like, "Bruce, I know this place is blowing up. You got to go down there and just come in with your portfolio and hire you right away." And I'm like, "Wow, that sounds pretty good." So I put on my suit and tie, and I got my little portfolio book, and I drove on downtown, and I walked in. I didn't even call first. I just walked in. I was like, "I hear you guys are looking for retouchers," and they're like, "Yes, we are." And like an hour later, I was sitting down at freelancing. So it's not exactly how they tell you, like how you're supposed to find a job, but it works out pretty well for me.
Caitlin.
Yeah, like the influence of skills that I had worked out really well for retouching.
Walk your way up.
What was the hiring process like?
The hiring process?
Yeah.
Well, I already told you. I just told you my route for employment here. But usually, what we do when we hire for retouching is someone sends in their application or their resume, and they're like, "Yeah, we're interested in retouching." Then we'll have them come in for a retouching test. So we have a couple of images, and we ask them to do some basic things with them. And judging how they do with their test, we can see where they are with their skills. Sometimes, like, you can see like one person's strengths and some things that they can work on. We get the chance to talk to them a little bit and see if they fit in with the work environment, which is a huge thing, being able to work with people that all get along. We get to talk with them and see what their deal is, and then we take a look at their tests. A lot of people realize after they took their the test that, like, oh, I thought I was pretty good at Photoshop, and I have no idea what these people were doing at all. And it's like the most basic thing that we had to do. So usually, if they can get past the test, then they're usually we hire on freelancers first. And if they're sticking around for a while, they have a good work ethic, then and if we have a position open, then we'll hire full time.
Okay, Trayvon. Are you done this group?
No.
Did we get done?
Yeah.
That was everyone? All right. So I'm going to open up to a second round. These second questions might be silly, Bruce.
Awesome.
Okay. And then I think if we still have time, if you could explain the difference between freelance and full-time, and then if you could show us an image on screen sharing.
You want me to just tell you right now, freelance, full-time?
Sure.
Okay, so full-time is like when your employer makes like a commitment to you, where you get to come in every day and they give you a paycheck for it. And freelance is like, well, we only need you like 2 days this week, and hey, listen, we're going to get busy again next week, so you can come in 3 days next week, and we'll pay you an hourly rate rather than a salary rate. So freelances can work out really well for some people. If they don't want to work full-time hours all the time, that can work out pretty well. But then it's also really dependent on how busy the photo studio is, and like throughout the year we can get real busy and we're here late all the time, or so it's not very busy at all and we're all just sitting around and it's like, yeah, there's not much to do. So we're kind of at the mercy of that. And freelancers would have to work within that ebb and flow, whereas a full-timer, we stick around all the time.
And no healthcare benefits for freelancers.
Oh, that's right. They'd have to provide their own benefits and
no vacation days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to screen share and then we'll ask the silly questions?
Sure. You want to see some the cool projects that I've been working on?
Oh yeah.
Sure. Nice. All right. Let's get going.
We're super excited.
All right. I gotta get the thing working. All right. I'll give you an example of a job that I've recently worked on. And so this is an ad that is going to be used by Goodyear somewhere in South America. I don't know where. The agency that was putting together, that was making this ad, put together this rough mock-up of what they wanted to happen with the image. And you can see, you got your truck in the middle there, and there's like the nighttime with all the rain and the daytime with all the crazy mud. It's so like these tires are good at handling both kinds of weather, right? So they just pulled their resources out of a hat. They just kind of found stuff and they put it in there. They came to us to make it actually happen. So what we decided on doing was this: the truck was going to be a CG element. So our computer artists were going to find a model of a truck and render it into place, and even with like water droplets and mud applied to the truck. And my job was to find a bunch of stock photos and create the backgrounds and merge everything all together. So, like I said, this is the rough draft version from the agency. And so this is my very first draft. So I used the same truck that they did at first. Right now, all I was trying to do is find the stock photos that would be acceptable to them and just very roughly put it into place. It says iStock everywhere because they're just like little placeholder images. We didn't actually buy the images yet at this point. Then later on, we got the CGI truck in there. They wanted an orange truck. We still hadn't bought any of the stock images yet, but you can see where the CG truck is put into place. They gave approval on the stock photos that I wanted to buy for it, and I started to do some of the final compositing. You can see that crazy mud splash over on the right and the water splash on the left, and there's a whole lot of rain going on, a whole lot of sun and prettiness on the right. And so then there were some rounds of revisions with the client. So they had some things that they wanted to change. I don't know what's different. They look about the same. And this is more or less the final version of it. They realized after a while they wanted a blue truck and not an orange truck, so I had to change the color. I lessened some of the mud splash and made everything work together a little bit better. Let's see here. These are some of the stock photos that I used in the shot. You can see there's the city that was in the background on the left, and some of this water on the road surface. I was able to apply on the left to create that illusion. There's our muddy road. I didn't really care about the runners in this shot. It was just the rain that they were running through. I used that as like a texture overlay in the image in order to make that work. Here's another fun one. That's a Mona Lisa. This is a strip mine that I got from Google Maps.
What?
And so there's a strip mine Mona Lisa.
That's pretty cool.
I took a lot of compositing work to get everything, like batch everything in place in order to turn it into the Mona Lisa. But it was a lot of fun. Here's a couple of CEOs, 3 CEOs from Sherwin-Williams. They wanted so this is the first one. This is a photograph of a painting that they supplied. This is a newer CEO. This is a photograph, straight up photograph of the guy. And they wanted a painting of it to match this guy. Same thing with their newest CEO. But it's, clearly not a painting. So it was my job to turn those photos into something painterly like this. So there's a painterly version of that.
Nice.
Wow.
And there's that guy. See if I can get like a 3-up or something for this. Look at all those CEOs. Yeah, and so these are like being printed and framed and put into their big conference room at Sherwin-Williams headquarters downtown. Those these guys. Hey, look, there's Flo.
Locking us.
This is an ad that we just did for Progressive Insurance. We've done several in this series. And yeah, this is the the final image of it. There's the Loch Ness monster over there. But let me show you some of the parts that here's how I got to it. See, here's my layers over here on the right. Photoshop has a lot of layers. I work in Photoshop all day, every day. So this is a stock photo that Progressive provided to us as the background. You see, I'm going to start moving around some of these things. I moved the mountain in the back, widen the image up a little bit, and move this through this kind of quickly. I extended the sky because we just need more sky to meet their layout requirement for the print ad. Filled in that part on the right. Did a little color work. I want to make the background a little bit foggier. You can see that makes the mountains look a little more distant. And we put in the monster. This is just from a stock photo. Hilarious replica of Loch Ness, that Loch Ness monster. But it's super small in the page, so it works out pretty well. And I had to put in this reflection in the water, make it all look like it's real and everything. Put a little color work in there, some toning. and we put in Flo. This is not the first ATV that she was on. The first one, let me see if I can, not sure if I can even get to it.
Ghost.
Oh yeah, all these layers do stuff. I'm not exactly sure where it is right now. I'm not going to bore you with me looking for it. But she was originally on this giant red Honda SUV, but the Progressive's licensing for that SUV or not SUV, ATV, for this ATV to be in this ad ran out. So we had to change the ATV into one that was just in a whatever stock photo from a stock photo site. And so, yeah, I had to cut out the original ATV and put in this one instead. And put in a little. They wanted the foreground a little less yellow. You can see, like I had to put in Flo, but then put the grass in front of her too. And that was just from that same stock photo, just kind of replicated down with some toning, so fairly naturalistic. Let's see if I have any others in here. Oh yeah, this is a pretty common thing that we'll do. This is for a flooring company, and so this is originally what this room looked like. You can see it has carpet on that floor, and this floor material is kind of like rubbery, plasticky material. They take these pictures of these floors, and they want us to replace them with their floors. Now, some of the things that I have to do is make sure that when we put in that new floor, it looks like it's there. If not, then I failed and I haven't worked hard enough. So I keep on working until it gets to that point. So, like first off, I did a little bit of a color change there, just make it a little more pleasing. Get through some of these layers. We shot this floor in the studio. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. You can see there's some like lighting equipment in the background and things like that. We had the flooring material on hand for this one, and we laid it all out. We measured where the camera was in the scene while they were taking the original photo, and we put the camera in the exact same position for this, and we were able to take the picture, and so the sizing was all the same, and so I was able to put it right in here. Now the next part is to get all the toning to look right. So like all the shadows that were in there, any reflections and everything else, I have to put in all of that. So there's some of the shadows, some more shadows. I also have to put in a reflection, and because there's no clean reflection, we can't shoot this with like a mirror in the place of the carpet. I have to roughly take the everything that's in the scene and flip it in order to get some semblance of what a reflection looks like, and then I'll use that, like you can kind of see right in there by the closet, little tiny details that will they'll totally sell this image. And then I put some posters on the wall. Wherever they are, where they go. There we go. They wanted some posters, make it look like a dorm room, I guess.
All right, thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, no problem. Is that my time then?
No, we have time for the silly questions.
Oh, fantastic.
You want to bring yourself back?
I'm back. Oh, it didn't work. Give me a second. Stop sharing.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce boy.
Well, Bruce, I'm not going to lie to you. I know your secret.
Oh, really?
I have to ask you this, but can you show us the back cave?
Well, you know, my penchant for purple pants really shows that I might just turn into a big green monster and Hulk out. I don't really live in a cave. So, because, you know, Bruce Banner's the Hulk.
Anything else, Matt?
Do you want to ask him the next question?
What was the hiring process for Robin?
I didn't think of a creative answer for this one.
He just said he was all.
We can't hear you now.
What?
There we go.
Okay. Emily's back.
Where was she?
Eating lunch, probably. It's about that time.
Yeah, we're on his lunch break, you guys, but he'll be okay.
Well, we'll let you get back to the cave.
Hey, thanks. It's a pleasure chatting with everyone.
Was there anyone else? We still have 10 minutes. Does anyone else have any dying questions?
Logan?
No?
About summed it up.
All right. Can we please have a round of applause for
When do we stop this? This is madness.
Nice meeting you, Bruce.
Likewise. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.